video.
Well, people living in several South Florida condo communities say that they have been fighting for years to take back control of where they live.
Now, many tell NBC6 their
Hmm.
property manager hired by their boards has been abusing his power and their money.
It's an issue the Miami-Dade State Attorney's Office says is now
Mm-hmm.
under review. NBC6's Amy Viteri investigates these complaints and shows us the
Okay.
action the state recently took against that manager.
Because they're doing whatever they want. The biggest issue is that the owner had no rights in there.
We heard similar stories from people living in 3 different condo communities in Miami-Dade and Broward, all sharing the same property management company.
The water bills are not being paid.
$211,000 of water bill.
They say despite paying monthly maintenance fees, bills are going unpaid, funds are
Wow.
unaccounted for, and not all amenities are available.
The pool's been shut down for, I think, a little over 2 years now.
Their property manager is a man named Michael Curtis with BDM Property Management, seen here in a video from one community's board meeting in 2021. For years, they say they've complained about mismanagement by Curtis and their boards of directors, who these owners.
Guys, it's real common for managers to mismanage the property that they are obligated to manage. Okay, this is not uncommon. It's pretty normal, especially down here in South Florida.
Owners tell us they never elected.
They just sign off on everything that he tells them to.
In September, the Florida Department of Business and Professional Regulation revoked BDM's and Curtis's licenses after filing 8 administrative complaints against him last year, calling him a true danger to the public in this order for his
8
conduct at another
complaints?
community.
He's trying to appeal his revocation.
That is a lot.
The says Curtis racked up almost $500,000 in legal expenses at the Fairways of Sunrise and unconscionably sent 22 residents to collections.
Wow. So over $500,000 on expenditures, and he sent over 20 to collections. This guy was definitely doing some foul stuff. Let's continue.
In fear of them because they use intimidation tactics for everything that they do.
Just days after Curtis's license was revoked, owners in several communities say they received the same letter, supposedly from their respective boards, saying BDM is licensed and appealing the, quote, fraudulent case against them. It goes on to say Curtis is actively suing every person who distributed false information about him.
This guy got to be kidding me.
They're trying to threaten us.
Days later, the DBPR put out this cease and desist
Ah.
notice at the.
This is in North Miami, the Horizon. So that means he's doing some mess up in there. I know a few of these condominiums in front, a few of these associations.
Communities addressed to Michael Curtis, stating practicing without a license would establish probable cause to believe you are violating Florida law.
You can record me, that's fine.
But several owners told us those notices got ripped down. One of them sharing this video.
Hey, they're towing this truck right now.
I don't think he's going to give up that easy.
State records show since last year, Michael Curtis has been listed as the registered agent for another management company. We checked, and the address for that business is the same address as BDM Property Management.
Michael Curtis is already trying to grab the management of this building through another company.
That company.
So basically, he just went and opened up a new LLC and got that LLC licensed, so they have the ability to actually manage community associations legally in the state of Florida. But he isn't slick. We could see through this.
Company, All Florida Rental Management, lists the same Pompano Beach storefront. State records show it would do business as BDM Property, and its license application is.
You think he's slick?
We reached out to Curtis by phone and email, but didn't hear back. Then we tried to speak to him at BDM's office.
How are you?
Curtis didn't want to open the door, but
He's not going to open that door.
Or would email me.
Sorry, I can't hear. Is there any way we could talk to you? Do you not want to do an interview of just?
Curtis asked me.
I don't think this gentleman wanted to actually speak to the public, and I don't think he wants to do an interview right now, especially if he's getting accused of all these other these things that's going on here in South Florida. I mean, he's part of the cause. He's part of the issue.
To call the office phone.
You don't want to comment on any of these issues.
He did not want to speak with us on camera about the complaints, the revocation, or that new company. But after our visit, we got statements from a law firm on his behalf saying in part, Our client is shocked about the DBPR conclusions and is in the process of appealing the decision. It goes on to say an assignment of all its pending contracts to a different licensed company has occurred. When we asked if that company is All Florida Rental Management, we were told no further comments.
But then that company's name popped up on a new letter sent to owners just this week saying All Florida Rental is their new management firm, adding it took over BDM's office and phone number.
Meanwhile, owners are still wondering what's next.
That's why we need help.
We reached out to attorneys representing each of the association's boards about these owners' claims. At this time, we have not heard back. We also reached out to the DBPR several times to ask them about Curtis's involvement with a new company. So far, they have not responded to our questions. In their revocation order, they wrote Curtis did not contest the allegations against him, rather offered explanations the state said appeared disingenuous. Curtis was also fined more than $120,000. Amy Viteri, NBC6 News.
Whoa. That is a lot.
I had a life threat.
Okay. All right. So guys, basically, you got this guy going around. He have all these contracts with all these associations, and he's actually mismanaging the association every day. I mean, so basically, he's getting paid for mismanaging. That's pretty common in South Florida. So guys, if you don't want your association to get caught up in these battles and you have an unethical manager, you want to make sure that you reach out to me and I could guide you to making sure you hire the right property manager. Okay.